Georgian church, Armenian church, and also Catholic church.
In one small neighborhood, yes.
And it is not built up in the last century or yesterday. It is a century-long history and century-long sign of Georgia, of capital of Tbilisi, and it shows how tolerant and how
accepting,
accepting
other cultures.
Georgian people are, and how rich our history is.
Absolutely. Let's talk about outlook, Excellency. It's obvious that Georgia would like to be part of the EU. In fact, when I was there, Nicolas Sarkozy, French president, was there, and the entire Tbilisi was bedecked in Georgian and EU flags and French flags. Yeah. But let's talk about how Georgia views Asia, because the Asian Development Bank, which is headquartered in Manila, considers Georgia Asia. So how does Georgia, of course, closer, the proximity to Europe is no doubt it's there, and the leanings towards Europe, but how does it view the next big growth area, which is really Asia?
Of course, it is not choice between Europe and Asia. We are and we would like to be very reliable and very concrete and positive partner for whole of the world, and to be a very good member of world society and as a member of United Nations. And because of our location, we cannot avoid the fact that we belong to Asia. Yes, we are on crossroad. Yes, frankly saying, geographically we are most in Asia, located as in Europe. But it is just our European choice is related with our past, as I have described, with our maybe Christianity, with our style of life, with our political choice, related with our question of our security in the region. Yes, but of course we have a big interest to create friendly and mutual beneficial relations with the Asian countries and Asian region in broaden understanding, but particularly with the region where your country is located, Southeast Asia. And I think this concrete example of our visit, yes, and the spectrum and scope of themes and sectors we have discussed today with my colleagues from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Philippines, gives us a very concrete perspective that to increase and to develop these relations. Yes. Of course, the dominant will be economical, and as it is a driving engine for any kind of relations. But we highly appreciate a very good praxis of our cooperation in international forums. We have excellent bilateral relations because we understand each other, we are supporting each other in very specific and very important issues, yes, related to our national interests. Yes, and at least, but last but not at least, that we have a 20-year anniversary
of the relations
in the next,
yes,
year, and I think it showed that the perspective and the really value of our relations, and I'm very full of optimism about
yes,
our relations.
Yes, sir. In your talk, sir, with our with the Philippine Department of Foreign Affairs and the other stakeholders here in Manila, what areas of cooperation do you foresee between the Philippines and Georgia? What strengths can we bring to your country and vice versa? What can your country help with the Philippines?
It's a very good question, and maybe it will sound strange. Despite of such a difference in distance in location, we have many things very similar, and we have today fixed from both sides that reality. We are considering ourselves or our neighbor countries as a gates of regions. As Georgia is crossroad and gate and link between Asia and Europe, your country with your beautiful location, nature, and capacity as a trade provider, as a transportation provider, you are also gateway.
Yes, yes.
both of us, we have a big neighbor with related
Yes,
issues and conditions of
Yes, sir.
cooperation. Both of us have very old and very rich history. And what about the future? Reforms, which could be used and shared. And I was very positive surprised how responded, how interest was shown from my colleagues when I have presented the results and achievements which Georgia has collected after so-called Rose Revolution in fighting corruption, in creation of civil society, rule of law, the economical achievements. And we are doing so. Many countries, many representatives of countries
Yes,
are
sir.
coming to Georgia to share, for example, just one example related with houses of justice. I don't know if you have visited already in Tbilisi, and apparently in Tbilisi we are just finishing the building, but we have started with regions.
Yes, sir.
It is a location where the just ordinary citizen could come and to get all kind of services they need as a social members of our
Yes.
society.
Yes.
To get passports, to get some license.
One-stop shop.
Yeah, even
Yes.
documents for their marriage, and in minutes.
That is amazing.
Less than half an hour.
I wish we had it here in the Philippines.
Yeah, or register car or
That's
drive
amazing.
license. We can share with this. But from your side, we are very keen to share with your skill and experience in maritime transportation or
Yes.
maritime sector as such.
Yes.
Because we would like to have also worldwide recognized experts and workers, sailors. And I think you can share with us.
That's where we can really help Georgia.
I name only specific fields,
Yes.
but in general,
so many things
it
to-
is a trade, it is economy, it is
Yes.
a sectoral itself, tourism,
Yes, sir.
agriculture, energy, banking sector or commercial sector.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, transportation,
Yes, sir.
communication, high tech,
So many things
and
that
IT.
so many
Yeah,
things we can really
yeah,
do
yeah,
together.
yeah. We
Yes,
have
sir.
already discussed,
Yes,
we have already mentioned some. We are in the way to create very good legal framework
Yes, sir.
to
Yes, sir.
prepare very good ground for business people,
Yes, sir.
for our, and also not forget about people-to-people contacts,
Yes.
visa issue, traveling,
Yes.
to visit each other,
Yes,
to
sir.
know about each other, to raise awareness, and to create knowledge. After knowledge, you can have then trust, and after trust, you can establish friendship.
And that is really the basis of a good relationship between our two countries. Excellency, would you like to say something to our viewers before we go?
Yeah. I would like to use this opportunity and to address Philippine citizens and to thank for very warm hospitality, unique reception I and my colleagues are feeling since we touch your soil, and to wish we are in the period when we are thinking also about Christmas time, about New Year, and I would like to wish all the best, Merry Christmas, very fruitful, peaceful and successful New Year. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. God bless you, and God bless Georgia.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, folks, I hope you learned a lot about Georgia today. But before we go, let me leave you with a very beautiful video called Summer in Georgia. And I hope that this wonderful country has opened its arms to you, and one day all of you might visit it the way I have in the past. That's it for this week. I'm Cunanan. See you next week.